Hey, folks. Well, this weekend I just wanted to give you a little update. This weekend I might be doing a video this weekend, and I want to do a live panel stream thing of me talking about Professor What. You know, I haven't made the Twitter page for it yet, or the face or the Facebook page, but it's on its way. Um, I know some of you actually have some questions like, does the what? But I know a lot of you keep asking me the same question, even though I answered this in the guess what video. Is will the doctor and the professor meet? Yes, he will. The professor will meet the doctor. And actually, he'll meet like at least three of them. At least three versions of him. So there's that, and the fact that they do. I guess I wouldn't say I don't want to give too much away, but they do have conflicting morals. Now, the professor, will fight and will kill if he has to. And the doctor doesn't like to kill unless he really. Well, the doctor doesn't like to kill unless gives him a choice. Well, actually, no. No. They're pretty much the same in that respect. I just wanted to see if when I think about it, them having different morals doesn't work. But yeah, the doctor will meet the professor, and there's gonna be like three different versions of him. They're not gonna meet him like all at once. It's gonna be spread out in certain episodes. Another thing, why is Zach his only companion? Well, Zach is his only companion for now because they're friends. They're friends. They were friends for a long time when Gallifrey was still Gallifrey, and before the Ashians came and wanted to blow it up because of all that stuff. If you want to know more about the war in their Gallifrey, look at the series promo. Um, Another thing, so yeah, Zach is his only companion for now, but Zach is going to. I don't. Well, actually, I'm not gonna say he's going to die because I don't really like killing off characters unless I have a reason. I would. If I do really decide to do that, I want you guys to kind of. I'm gonna do a lot of episodes where emphasizing their friendship, but I'm not gonna beat you over the head with it. You know, I'm gonna I want you to feel something because if he does, I'm not saying he will, but if I do kill him off, I want you guys. I want you guys to kind of feel something. But he will. But the professor will have other companions. I don't want to give you an exact number of how many he'll have, but he'll have companions. Don't worry about it. Now, who and what those companions will be, I won't say, because like a certain anime character would say, it's a secret. And yeah, but first companion after Zach will probably be Sally. Just to kind of see how that will go. Because I always allude to it in my videos, and in the Sonic and Bugsy show, I do talk about it. But, keep in mind that version of me and the version from Professor One are two different ones. But they do have the same sort of timeline events. But I'm getting a little bit of ahead. I'm getting ahead of myself. Um. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of stuff that happens. Vendetta for Robotnik, you're really gonna get kind of a good idea of the professor's personality. But for people that wanted to know what he was like before all this, I would say, I mean, what I would say is, it may, for people that say, oh, so the professor and Zack just, they deserted Gallifrey? Well, no, I can't really explain that. I can't really say that they deserted their Gallifrey, but I can exactly say they left for a good reason. They left for a good reason, and that's about all you're gonna see until I do an episode explaining that. You know. Here's another question: are the professor and Zack, for the last time, whoever keeps saying that the professor and Zack are gay, you're stupid. Okay? No, no. God dang! Just because two dudes are friends, don't mean they're banging. Remember that. Remember that, yo, we fans. Not everything is two dudes banging. Okay. Jesus. Okay. I don't know. I just had to get that out there because you guys, all, some of you were like, "Oh, we're Shaq and Professor Bacon." Okay, your creepy, weird fanfics. I mean, if you guys want to make fanfics like that, I ain't gonna stop you. But don't show me. Don't ever show me. Man, just never show me. Okay, we're cool. You can do it. You have my blessing, but I don't want to see it. No, public. I just don't like that crap. Like, you force two characters to hump basically just because you want it, just because you want them to. That's my main problem with. That's my main problem with like Yao fans in general. You get two characters to hump. You get two characters to do whatever, and you just pair them up because they're they're seen together or something like that. And it's not cool. It's not cool. You know. Um. Well, to be quite honest, I mean, the professor has a very unique voice. Because this is basically going to be the way he talks for now until I actually think he needs something else. But I kind of like this voice. I am kind of playing around with a lot of. I am kind of playing around with a lot of vocal stuff that he's gonna sound like. I want him to still kind of sound. I kind of want to still have him sound threatening for the times that he is gonna be threatening, and I want him to. I want him to sound kind of like. I kind of want him to kind of have a kind of switch in him like the Doctor does, basically, stuff like that. His for enemies, yes. I've been talking about the Brotherhood of Metallics in certain videos. So yes, they are going to be like the Daleks to the Professor. It's really going to be pretty cool because I need to like get some software to make my voice sound like a robot, or get someone that can actually just do the robot sound effect, robot voice, and I'll be cool with that. But they have to sound a little bit like. I would have to say they'd have to sound like a cross between a SWAT bot and Metal Sonic from Sonic Heroes. And they're going to be recurring villains. And you guys wonder, like, what Robotnik are you going to use? Am I going to use the promotion Robotnik that talks about his penis? I'm not doing that one. I'm not doing that one because he's not threatening. He's just kind of a clown. He's that like old textbooky evil. I'm evil just because I am. You know, I don't want to make my characters. I don't want to make my villains just evil for the sake of being evil. But at the same time, I don't want to give them like too much like backstory that drags on and on. You know, it's all about finding a balance, kiddies. It's all about finding a balance. And you need to find that balance when you're making shows like this, because that is the most important thing. You don't want people to think you're one note. So you want to keep changing it up. Sometimes, I would say taking a break from writing the script and doing something or watching something will give you inspiration. Just as long as your ideas are not blatant plagiarism, you know? And don't say, oh, the professor's just blatant plagiar and me just basically the doctor. No, he's different than the doctor. And he's gonna be way different than Capaldi's doctor. I know that much. I know that much, kiddies. Um, and Capaldi, he's to me. I'm just saying it's gonna be really interesting with him, and I'm gonna really enjoy this season. This season is coming out. It's coming out next month, and I'm gonna enjoy every minute of it because I like it when I like it when Doctor Who changes up a little bit. I like that stuff. You know, it makes the show fresh and new, and I like that stuff. I hate it when people go like, "Oh, I'm not gonna watch it because Matt Smith is gone. I'm not gonna watch it because David Tennant is gone." I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And even if I do change the professor, voice wise, and it's not my voice you hear, I'm gonna give it to somebody that can convey the new professor's personality very well. But he's not gonna. I guess I'm gonna have him start out with my voice for a while, and then if I feel like he needs to change completely, I will get him a new voice actor. But you will get a very very touching monologue from me when he regenerates for the second time. Something that like Matt Smith said, like I will always remember when he said I will always remember when the doctor was me, but I'll be like I'll always remember when the professor was me, and everything was joyous and full of light, or something like that. Stuff like it's little touches like that. Um. Alright. Okay, and another question that keeps cropping up: will I use unused Doctor Who villains? I want to use the Ice Warriors. I want to use the Ice Warriors, because you never like. I mean, they're only like used like once, and you never really see them again. And I think they're in the comics and stuff like that. And a lot of people say, are there gonna be like crossover stuff too? Like, are you gonna get like Jam Jar to the do Doctor Who's voice and stuff? And maybe I will. It just depends on how this first season's gonna go, and if I feel like doing crossovers, I will. But I'm gonna need more writing. I'm gonna need more writing staff to do that, because I want to make sure. Because if I'm doing a crossover with other people, besides crossing over into my own worlds and stuff, I will at least want them to be represented fairly. Unlike unlike freaking in Turtles Forever. I love Turtles Forever. I love the concept of Turtles Forever. But I don't like how they made the 80s Turtles just these big goofballs. I hate that. And I know if I ever freaking did crossovers like that, I would like to have both characters, mine and whoever else's, kind of done fairly. So I would probably ask the writers that did the YouTube show or whatnot. A lot of people ask, "Are you still going to get JonTron?" Maybe, guys. It's hard. It's hard. Danny gave me his business email, and I don't. The guy hasn't really contacted me yet. Uh, and granted, I was sick at the time, so I didn't feel like writing him a gigantic. I didn't feel like writing him a gigantic letter just saying I want you to kind of guest star because my fans asked you to. I was feeling very sick at the time, so I didn't have. I didn't try to. I didn't like. I was trying to, but that's why I sent him the two videos and said I hope he looked at those because god dang it. Um, I do want guest stars to appear, but if I can't get JonTron, I'm cool. I'm cool. Yeah, I'm cool, guys. You guys don't really need to worry about that. I try. I tried to get him. He's a very hard, like I've said before, he's a very hard man to contact. And I could he could probably, I haven't looked today. But I will look tomorrow, or maybe after this video. I will look in a few minutes. Hopefully, he probably will. Probably, I'll get an answer. But I don't know. And it's okay if he doesn't want to, participate in what I got planned. It's cool. You guys gotta understand. I'm not like the most. I'm popular with you guys, but I'm not like popular. Like I'm not JonTron popular. I'm not Pro Jared popular. But I'm trying. I'm trying for you guys because you want this, and I promise you that I'm here to help. Here to kind of get you what you want if you ask me. But it's not. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I will try to get someone else. You know. Um, I can actually. The only person I'd probably even ask to be a part of anything, I'll probably ask Danny to basically guest star because I rather I rather do it with a person. I rather kind of do the guest starring thing with a person that I've talked to that would probably be interested in it if he's not too busy. If he's not too busy with Ninja Sex Party Vids and Game Grumps to find just a scrap of time for me. But yeah, but like I said, if JonTron doesn't do it, I'm probably gonna ask Dan if he really wants to. But guys, there's a lot of I'm gonna try and get more guest stars. Hope that answers your question. I look at these questions like every day when I turn on my computer and I go to Tumblr and people just ask me for that stuff. Like, if you can't get JonTron, can you get Ego Raptor? I think my best bet will be getting Danny to in one of my videos or in one of my various projects because I think it will work because I think I could have Danny as my music guy. Probably. I'm not saying he will just agree to it because I told him to, but I will like that. You know. Like I'd like him to make like a theme. It'd be cool if he'd make a Professor What theme song. That would be cool. But honestly, if I can't do that, I'll do something. So don't worry about it. There will be guest stars in my videos. I just gotta try a lot harder. But people, if you want me to do this, you know, so people will notice me a little bit more than they do, you need you need to like share my videos with people and keep doing that. You know, have people share my videos. You know, because YouTube is a big place, and since I'm not like high amongst all the other YouTubers, I'm pretty much buried amongst the crowd. And they hit like my videos, I can boost up in the rankings, and you guys can kind of help me out with that, because then they'd see. And a lot of people say like, Pugsy, you always rant about stuff and video games and stuff. Would you ever consider having Gaijin Goomba in one of your videos? And I'd say, well, I guess. I mean, if I could get Gaijin Goomba, even for a minute, even if I just had him talk about any kind of gaming, any kind of piece of gaming culture, just for a minute, that'd be enough. Stuff like that. Okay, but back on to the Professor What questions, because that's the whole reason I did this video. So, it's just how I kind of do things, I'm not saying that it's impossible to get certain people involved in my stuff, but it's gonna be hard for a while. Some of you guys want me to have people in this, but I gotta be known. I gotta be known by people. I gotta be known by people, and I gotta have more people watching than just you guys to be seen. But I'm not saying I just want to do this to get popular. I want to do this so you guys can see me have discussions with your favorite YouTube celebs. I think I'd have a better chance of talking to the people, talking to Ian and Anthony from Smosh. I think I'd have a better chance with that. Stuff like that. Now, guys, and there's this one request for one guest star. Before I go back to the Professor What questions, I will say this. There's this one request from this one guest star. People want me to freaking do a video with Andre Meadows, the Black Nerd. I'm like, that I could probably do. I could probably do, because I feel like me and him would have a lot to talk about. And also, if you can look at my screen, I have Pac-Man. So I love Pac-Man. So yeah, there's a lot of there's probably a lot of stuff we could actually talk about, like Ninja Turtles and all that. But I don't want to be like, hey, Black Nerd, hey, you're popular, I'm popular. How about we just do a freaking, collab together? No, I want to talk to this dude and be like, look, Andre, I'm a fan of your stuff. But my fans actually asked me if you could participate in one of my videos. Now, I would like this very much if you could participate. I would like this very much if you can participate in this. But if you can't, I ain't gonna sweat. Stuff like that. But again, I'm talking so much about the freaking guest star thing because a lot of you really want the guest stars, and I always try to do what I can, but it's not really going as well as I hope. But back to the Professor What questions. Are you worried that if you keep using the Doctor Who sound effects, you might get pulled, you might get a copyright strike from the BBC? No, I mean, if I keep saying that it's fair use, and if I, and if something goes down, I will appeal and just say I was doing this for fair use. You people from YouTube act like that's freaking like they don't hear that. But I do videos for fair use. I don't make any money off of it, and if I do make a money off of a video, it's not going to be on this channel. It's going to be on another channel entirely. Yeah, so there's that. Um, stuff like that. Oh my god, I remember that. Yeah, I remember why I did the whole guest star thing in the why I talked about the whole guest star thing in the first place. Because a lot of you want like people to guest star for Professor What, and for that would be weird. I mean, you guys want me to have them guest star as their YouTube personas, but I don't see like the professor like actually just going to like, hey, Danny Sexbang, hey, Eagle Raptor, hey, Kerbifer. There has to be like a reason, and I don't want it to be like Scooby movies where the freaking like the the professor just happens to stumble on them while doing, but fighting an alien or helping civilization or something. You know, I want to just do. I want to if I ever do the whole guest star thing, it's got to be clever. I can't just plop them in there and with a script and just I can't just plop them in there with a subpar story and just hope for the best. Okay, but so I hope that answers your question. Another question that I always get asked: what made you decide to do Professor What? Well, I always kind of thought about like if I controlled Doctor Who, what would I want to do? What would the things I would want to do? What would be the things I would like to just work on or change or do completely different? I think that's where Professor What really came from. You know, the thing about the professor is, just his personality alone. First off, his personality is more like mine. For this first regeneration, it's more like mine, and then as it goes on, his personality will change. Sometimes for the better, sometimes not for the better. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. Stuff like that. Um, and also Zach will actually regenerate too. But I'll spoil this for you. He only has like 2 regenerations, and since he's the only one that can give Bugsy the amount of regenerations he needs, there's no one to actually help him out with that. I mean, he could probably do it himself, but I don't want to do it like that. But Zach is basically down to, I would say, the same amount. Scratch that. He's up to the same amounts of regenerations as Bugsy is, but he doesn't want to like die too often because he wants to keep his personality as it is. Okay, there's a few other things. Okay. Will will the professor will the professor have big speeches like the doctor? Yes, he will. You know, he will. So there's that. Um, will will the Guardian, the character that you mentioned in episode 0. Will he make an appearance? Ooh, a good question. Okay. A very good question. He actually does. He's kind of like if you mix the master with the silence and it's like if you mix the master with the silence and what other Doctor Who villain? And probably a Zygon. That's basically what the Guardian is like. He basically will, at the beginning, because I didn't really specify clearly, he entices Zack to give up his body because the Guardian is bodiless. I don't know what's with me in writing bodiless villain entities. I don't know. It's kind of my thing. I don't freaking know. But anyways, so yeah, there's that, and basically after many years of trying, Bugsy actually finally gets to save Zack and actually saves him. But the Guardian for now is in the vault room of the Guardian for now is the event is the event. I mean, the Guardian right now is in the vault room of the Professor's TARDIS, but he'll find his way to escape. And don't ask me how. He just does. He's going to, but not now. In this current story arc I'm working on, he's not going to escape now. But he is gonna kind of be there. And in the shorts, in one of the shorts for Zack, he's gonna be really an immediate presence for Zack, and it's really gonna be gonna be emotional and messed up because Zack is gonna have to deal with his personal demons because he had the Guardian in him for so very long. So there's that. Okay. Almost wrapping up here. Have I chosen a appropriate theme song for it? I don't want to. Okay. For the theme song, I don't know. I'm thinking of just hammering it out myself, but I need someone I need someone that knows music more than I do, and I know Diddley Buckus and making music myself. So I need someone that knows music way more than I do. And yeah, maybe I'll have like a theme song, and maybe I can accidentally to make me a theme song for Ninja Sex Party, but I mean, they can have actually accidentally to do this. Maybe I don't want to be like, oh, dude, I need another favor. You know, he already did enough for me for giving me JonTron's business email, and I can't thank him enough because even if John doesn't respond, at least I know that Danny helped me, even though he really didn't. Even though he really didn't know me, I kind of like that. It reminded me of a certain somebody. So yeah, there's that. Last question. What do you hope for Professor What and beyond? Personally, I don't hope for a lot for Professor What. I hope for a show that's entertaining, action-packed, even though it's an audio drama. Can be a little bit scary at times. can have all these genres of different stuff in it, but still kind of be entertaining to listen to, and sometimes very thrilling. That's what I hope for it. And maybe if it gets a little popular, I might consider making an actual Professor What movie, but it's probably just going to be a very big, long audio drama. If that happens. Yeah. Will there be a Q&A with the professor? Well, yeah. See, this is just a Q&A for questions about the Professor What as a show. Now, I'm going to do another Q&A as the professor himself, as him as a character. So yeah, I'll do that sometime tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow. Today is the 4th of July, so I won't probably do a video. I mean, maybe I will if I have time, because the 4th of July is spent with your family. I probably won't have enough. I probably won't be doing anything. I'll probably just be hanging out with everybody in my family. So I probably won't do another video about the professor until Saturday, if I can. If I'm not doing anything on Saturday, and really, I probably will. So there's that. Okay, I'm done here. This has been Bugsy. This has been Bugsy answering all your Professor What questions, and tune in next time where the professor will be where you'll be asking questions for the professor, like as a character and stuff. And Zach will be there too. So see you guys later. I will talk to you all soon, and I hope this was informative. And I'm sorry I spent so long talking about the guest star thing, but I've been kind of thinking about it, and I've been kind of thinking it over, and I've been trying and trying. I've been trying and trying for you guys just to get like guest stars to appear, and it's been kind of hard, and I don't feel like I don't want to feel like I'm letting you guys down or anything, because I hate feeling like that, like I purposely let you guys down. I didn't give you what you wanted. Some of you may think, you don't know much anything. You don't need to, fill our need. Yeah, but to me, I feel, for you guys, I feel like you guys, you guys for watching me, you deserve a reward. You deserve something for being, this faithful to me. As viewers. So, it's just my way. If I am successful, it's my way of saying thank you. Thank you for always being there. It's for some of you, thank you for adding me to your circle. So there that is. I'm done here. See you guys later. I'm Bugsy, and I will see you soon.